Hey Brenda, sorry it took me so long to get back to you. I've been having some personal doctoral issues. Um, that's why I didn't respond yesterday. So I'm going to jump right into your three questions. First question: what was Brian's best and worst move in this game? Brian's best move. It's weird because in one way it was a great move, and in another way it was an odd move. His best move was hands down the move he made against Lori and keeping me in the game. But it's also arguably one of the worst moves because at that point I was considered the puppet master, strongest player in the game. And why on earth would you not take me out when I'm a better competitor than Lori? No offense to Lori. I mean, she knows this. We played together 20 million times, and I always win more comps than her. It just makes no sense. He should have taken a bigger target out at that point. Because I mean, the same deal he made with me, he could have made with Lori, and it could have had the same outcome. But having said that, it was still. I mean, I'm grateful 1,000,000%. I think it was his greatest move because it helped me too. So, I think that was Brian's greatest move. His worst move is just in the beginning of the game. I feel like he jumped onto a sinking ship knowing that you guys didn't have the numbers and just kind of sat there for like the first, I don't know, 1/3 of the game and didn't do anything. And then like it's just like a plan happened to fall into his lap and he took advantage of it. I feel like he was lazy in the first half of this game, and I feel like his worst move was teaming up with you, Andrew, and Max. It was he knew he was in the minority. I mean, admittedly, he talks about all these different groups and lines he's a part of. I think that was a big mistake. But whatever, he got here and so did I. So I mean, he can say I made mistakes. I mean, we all have pluses and minuses. I still think he's a deserving player, and if he beats me, I will be just as happy as I won because I think Brian is a stand-up guy. But I'm fighting to win this for myself too. I'd like to win. um, what was my best and worst move in this game? I kind of already touched on this in Lori's answers. Um, best, there's really, I hate to say just one, there's really two halves to the game. The best move I made was getting rid of you and Andrew at the beginning, taking out really big threats and pushing those votes to get rid of you guys. I was threatened by you. I mean, our first conversation with you, Brenda, you basically said, I heard you're a big threat. So I was kind of like, oh shit. If she thinks I'm a threat now, I mean, just wait. So I was really threatened by you. Not in any way, I didn't have anything like against you. And even though you teamed up with Andrew, I mean, I'm not going to judge you for not working with me. I mean, come on. But also, in addition to those two big boots, my best move was teaming up with Brian, and I think it was his too. I mean, he can try and make it sound like he was more in the driver's seat, but I mean, he came through for me, and I came through for him at the end of the game. He came through for me by blindsiding Lori, and I came through for him by blindsiding John and teaming up with him to get rid of John, and then paving the way for us, me to win part one of the HOH and him to win part two. Um, so yeah, I think those are my two. If I had to, I mean, like I said, I'd like to merge those into one. So like 50% of my big move would be both of those. If you need just one of those, I guess teaming up with Brian would be my biggest move in the game. Um, and why you should vote for Brian to win this game, I can 100% say, I mean, I'm trying to win this game here. I mean, Lord knows. I love Brian. I think Brian's a nice guy. He came through for me when he didn't have to, whether it was strategic or because he liked me or whatever the hell the reason was. I think Brian is a great guy. I think he played just as hard as I did. And I feel like we're so interchangeable when it comes to our game. It's just like almost in reverse. I mean, there were parts of the game where he was strong, and there was parts of the game where I was strong. There was the parts where he was weak. There were parts where I were weak, and there were parts where we both triumphed. And I think Brian is as deserving as I am, and if I lose to him, I'm not going to cry or be pissed off. That's one of the main reasons why I was happy to team up with him, because I feel like he was just as into the game as I was. He was social, and I feel um, like I said, we're very interchangeable in our strategies. I feel like, so I feel like Brian is deserving. And if you didn't vote for me, I'm not gonna be like pissed and be like, "Damn, I wish I would have taken Joe," or you know what I mean. I won't be remorseful. I'll be happy because I feel like Brian is as deserving as I am. And yeah, those are my answers. And I hope you like them. And I hope you vote for me. And if you don't, We'll still be friends afterwards. And I'm sorry you can't play in my game. I really wanted you to play in it. And yeah, that's my answer to your question.